Okay, here we are. This is Christmas Day 2012, and this is a Tuesday, and on Friday the trees were cut. And this is some of the piles. I'm in the front of the property now. Some palm trees that kind of went down. Another one that went down. Maybe savable, but I just checked the roots are pretty rotten. Anyway, here's another big pile. There used to be big trees right there. And then more piles and more piles. And this is the roots. I mean, the chips. The roots are still there. Big stumps. Okay, we're going in the entryway. And this is a perhaps point of reference from entering before in this series. This is a rather large trunk here that's still left over. That couldn't be chipped, it was too large, and here's a big stump. Anyway, as we move on, looking in this direction, it's like a field now. Whereas before it was totally covered with weeds, high weed type bushes, and these big trees, they're all gone. Be a perfect place for an orchard. Anyway, as we move on, this is the edge of the property next to our neighbors, who are not there, and that's the property that the previous owners sort of encroached upon, which was really trashed out. Now I'm going to pan over to the container again, and we have moved the easy up to a different spot than before, and there's our truck. Okay, moving right along, this little pile of soil as we're going to put our compost system over there. Panning this way, yeah, there are a few of these dog carrier things, but they're on their way out. But over in that direction, there was, a couple of months ago, an old tent, big pile of metal trash, so on. It's all gone. And as we pan this way, what's that in the background? Anyway, that's a tank we're recycling. Batteries that are going to go to recycling. And the container. Moving now more or less to the center of the property, we can pan over and now see a neighbor's house over there that was pretty much covered before. And another pile of wood chips. And this is going downhill to kind of where we're going to do our house site. This old motorhome we moved from around the back of the property, kind of get it out of the way of the tree cutters. We haven't finished sort of pulling things we want out of it. This a couple of banana trees right next to the container here. Okay, moving on. This is the area right in here that we're kind of looking at the house site. And you have to visualize a lot of stuff that's not there, including a big pile. And looking into the bushes there's another debris field of broken trees, which we have yet to get. So that's a future project for chipping. Okay, I'm walking around this motorhome thing. See, it is actually a motorhome because it's attached. So. Anyway, this is kind of the edge of the property here. There's a road, and there was a very large albizia tree, which is one of the pest weed trees here. And that's some of the remnants of it. I guess the chipper couldn't quite eat it. Anyway, there's another stump right there. Moving right along, there was once an old car here, and there was another old van over there. That's all gone. Moving on, this is the back area where there was a lot of stuff before, and now there's not. There's a lot of native vegetation. Those trees right there are ohia trees, which is what should be here. And then we're looking in the direction of the ocean. And more trees. But back to the property. I'm panning. Lots of junk here still. Big pile of stuff. It's stuff we sort of saved and put aside here. This has totally changed from where it was a week or two ago. Moving right through here. And I'm turning around, looking back towards motorhome, and you might be able to see the red truck back there. But anyway, that's where we are, and there's like an upcropping of lava that's kind of in the middle. Anyway, it's not live lava. It's been quiet for quite a few years. Anyway, this is our next project, is make some practical use of this place. There's another little log here on the road, and another pile of chips. But the number of logs relative to the amount of trees that are actually here is they're not that many. Okay, so we're panning. If from a previous video or photo there was a red van in this little area here, now it's all gone, but I'm going back up towards where we entered, and it's like a sort of a field of downed trees that have yet to really be dealt with. Okay, back around to this pile and where the motorhome is, and about the place where we're going to build our house. So anyway, I'll bring it around to the loop and back to the container and truck, and see you next time.